Welcome to Titus Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is April the 30th, the last day of April. Finally, that means we're getting closer to our DLC that is coming up in May, and we finally get to have CM Punk in our games. So, ladies and gentlemen, we had Monday Night Raw, and we had the draft night too. Not everybody got drafted, because they're going to be in the social media one that I told you guys about on my little video. But right now, I'm going to tell you all the draft picks that happened on TV and on the social media that happened on Fridays. I think it was on Saturdays, something like that. I don't know, but I don't know when they're going to do the social media for this pool now, because there's multiple guys, even some tag teams, that did not get drafted. There's some good ones that I'm happy that they switch, because now that it's kind of fresh. But there's a lot of people that did not move. They've been in the same show, but there's some of them that just started in that show, like Tiffany Stratton or Naomi, because she came back in January in the Royal Rumble. We understand why they are staying there. But there's a lot of people been in Raw for years, or been in SmackDown for years. So I'm going to tell you all the draft picks from Friday to Monday. So Monday Night Raw got Jey Uso, he stays. Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, Liv Morgan, Ricochet, Sheamus, all the Alpha Academy. That means Tozawa, Chad Gable, Otis, Maxine Dupree. Kiana James from NXT. That's very cool for the Women's World Championship. Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. Ibar, Imperium, not Giovanni Bacchini. Not Giovanni Bacchini, ladies and gentlemen. Just Ludwig Kaiser and Gunther. We got Damage Control. All four of the ladies, even the women's tag team champions, they're in there. Kairi Sane and Asuka, Dakota Kai and Io Sky, they're all on Raw now. CM Punk stays on Raw. Braun Strowman is back. I will tell you guys more about that, because I will tell you guys more about that. We got LWO. Carlito is drafted to Raw. He's part of the LWO, but he's not part of the LWO. We just saw him attack Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio on SmackDown, but he's drafted to Raw. Rey Mysterio, Walking Wild, Cruz del Toro, Dragon Lee, Carlito, and Zelina Vega, all of them are on Raw. And then we got Drew McIntyre. Of course, he's going to be on Raw because it's CM Punk. We're waiting for that big match. Both guys are injured. One has a hurt elbow, and one has a hurt arm. And then we got Judgment Day. I was so hoping that Judgment Day split from Damian Priest. I was hoping. Because Damian Priest has to stay on Raw because he's the World Heavyweight Champion. But Finn, JD, and Dominic, they had to be drafted. They can't stay on Raw if they get drafted to SmackDown. I wanted to see it, but they didn't. From NXT, and we finally get to see this, Ilya Dragunov is coming to Monday Night Raw. And then we got New Day. And we got another one from NXT coming to Monday Night Raw. Lara Valkyria is coming to Raw. We got Final Testaments. We got AOP, Razor and Akam. We got Karen Cross, Scarlett, and Paul Eldering. I don't know if that means anything because he's just a manager. He's not a wrestler. And we got Bronson Reed. SmackDown has Bianca Belair, Carmella Hayes from NXT. He had a great match with Cody Rhodes on Friday. Randy Orton stays on SmackDown. Nia Jax is coming to SmackDown. LA Knights, The Bloodline, Tama Tonga, Paul Heyman, and Solo. AJ Styles, Andrade, Cedric Alexander, and Adonis. OC, Cole Anderson, Luke Gallows, and Mitchell. Baron Corbin, Jade Cargill, Kevin Owens now. I would love to see the tag team between Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. They've been teaming up for a while. I want to see them go for the tag titles. The Pride, Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits are staying on SmackDown. I understand why the Pride is, because Montez Ford and Bianca Belair are husband and wife, so they're normally they don't take out husband and wife. They don't split them up on different brands. So yeah. Where was I? The Pride. Tiffany Stratton, Santos Escalagados, Santos, Berto, Angel, and Lopez. Finally, they're away from LWO, but now LWO has Judgment Day. Oh my God, we never get rid of these guys. I get rid of that rivalry. We got Shinsuke Nakamura going to SmackDown. He's not doing anything on Raw. He's coming to SmackDown now. And then we got Naomi. We don't know where Jimmy Uso will be, because he's storyline injured. He's on the injured list. Injured guys are not allowed to get drafted. So whenever they're ready to come back, then that's how you know, whatever brand they go to, that's when you know what brand they go to. We got some Uncle Howdy things happening as well, popping up every time. I did not really see everything, but I think you guys can see on social media. People post it. We got Chelsea Green and Piper Niven now on SmackDown. So Adam Pearce is happy that Chelsea Green is gone, because she won't stop bugging him. Now he doesn't have to always have a drink. And now it's Nick Aldis' problem. But sorry, Nick Aldis. Pretty Deadly is coming to SmackDown. The Way. I called them The Way, but they didn't call them that. Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell is coming to SmackDown. Now Nick Aldis has to worry about Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell cheating their ways. And then, ladies and gentlemen, Candice LeRae's husband, Johnny Gargano, and Tommaso Ciampa, DIY, is coming to SmackDown. It's going to be interesting to see these guys on SmackDown. And their last one is from NXT, Belair Davenport. I didn't know that was going to happen, but ladies and gentlemen, that's cool for the women. 3 women got called up. 2 men got called up. They don't need a lot of NXT call-ups, because you saw how many NXT guys got called up last year, and now they got released. Indus Sher, Jinder Mahal, Xia Li. She didn't really get drafted from NXT, but she was on NXT. Cameron Grimes was drafted last year to come to the main roster. He got released. Zion Quinn, some reason he didn't get drafted, but he was on the free agents. Just like Von Wanger, he was on free agents. And then he went back to NXT, and then he got released. So I don't think they need a whole bunch of NXT call-ups, because they're not going to be using every single one of them. I'm surprised Odyssey Jones is still there. He's still eligible to be drafted in the social media one. Or he's going to be on the free agents, or he might be released. I have no idea. The people that did not get drafted, that does have creative, I'm hoping they go back to NXT. I hope that's the plan that they're going to do. Put them back on NXT. Dexter Lumis, MVP, Omos. I don't think Omos ever been in NXT ever. I don't know he has. Has he? I remember he was a big ninja in the pandemic era. But yeah, that's it. I don't remember him on NXT at all. So I want to see those guys go back there. Even Nikki Cross go back on NXT. Except for the injured people. I would love to see Raquel back on Raw or SmackDown. If they change her, that's okay. And Rhea Ripley, I would love to see her come back to Raw or SmackDown. I would love to see Alexa Bliss come back. Carmella, not on NXT, on Raw or SmackDown. Whenever Alexa Bliss and Carmella is ready to come back from after pregnancy. So, yeah, I want to see what happens there. But there's some people that's injured, and we have to wait until when they're done being injured and see when they make the return, what brand they made the return. That might be their brand that they're going to be on. I don't think they're going to be free agents for long. I think whenever they make the return, they're going to make the return. So we got some Uncle Howdy things popping up. I think there was like 2 things that was popping up, and I did not see everything. Yeah, there was some things. I don't think there was a QR code. There was a whole bunch of logos. But yeah, that's going to be interesting. I guess wherever Braun Strowman is, if he's in the Y6, he will be... Uncle Howdy should join wherever Braun Strowman is, right? So Braun Strowman is on Raw, so Uncle Howdy should show up on Raw. But remember, on SmackDown, they've been showing some clues of Uncle Howdy on SmackDown. And they're doing it again on Raw. Uncle Howdy is still free agent. Bo Dallas. He's still a free agent. So he could do whatever he wants. I think whenever he makes his return, or return, that's the place he's going to be at. That's the brand he's going to be at. And I'm hoping it's going to be on Raw, and Braun Strowman will join the Wyatt Six. If that's what they're going to call them. I have no idea. But ladies and gentlemen, we got a couple of segments here. We got Logan Paul. He did some drab picks for SmackDown and Raw with Speed, the guy that got killed by Randy Orton. He didn't get killed. He got RKO on the table. Man, when he got kicked by Randy Orton, the guy went flying. But even Michael Cole says he's alive. So they did some draft picks after the draft picks because before the show he talked to Judgment Day. They were talking to each other, and he was talking trash about Jey Uso. That Damian Priest is going to beat him up, win at Backlash, and all that stuff. He has some football player that I don't know who he is. The guy gets involved with something. And then Logan Paul comes to the ring to talk trash about Jey Uso. And when he was about to talk again, Jey Uso comes out. Jey Uso has some words, tried to talk trash to Logan Paul until the Judgment Day came out. Finn Balor and JD behind Jey Uso. Jey Uso looked and he saw everybody, and then there was a gang. A gang beat up. Judgment Day attacking Jey Uso. And then here comes Logan Paul. He looked at the football player. He went out of the ring. He grabs a Hall of Fame football rings, puts it on his fingers like brass knucks. And then the Judgment Day hold up Jey Uso. And then he was about to hit Jey Uso with the rings until Jey Uso ducked and smashes the rings into JD in his head. And Finn Balor and Logan was so shocked. They were looking at him, and Jey Uso behind them, laughing his butt off, saying, "I can't believe you did that." And Finn Balor looked, why is he still doing up? And he attacked him. And Logan Paul tried to help him. Here comes ladies and gentlemen, the return of Braun Strowman comes out. He takes out Finn Balor with a choke slam. And then Logan Paul ran away from Braun Strowman. And then Braun Strowman sees the football player and looks like he wants to beat the living hell out of that guy. But Jey Uso stopped him. He said, "You can't beat up a football player, man." But it's cool to see Braun Strowman back. He's on Monday Night Raw. Braun Strowman is back. He has hair now. And that's pretty cool. A return from injury. He's back. He kind of have a problem with doing a choke slam, but it's his first time doing it since almost a year, something like that. He was gone for, and he's finally back. That's pretty cool. The guy's a giant. So welcome back, Braun Strowman. That's why he got drafted, because he was 100%. He would be okay, and that's it. CM Punk is playing mind games with Drew McIntyre. After the draft picks happened, when Drew McIntyre got drafted, he came out. He can't believe that CM Punk got drafted before Drew McIntyre. He says, "You hurt my elbow, and you have a hurt arm, but I'm still here. I'm doing the work, and you're at home sitting on the couch and watching the product." But CM Punk's music hit. But CM Punk didn't come out, but CM Punk was in a skybox. and he talked trash to Drew McIntyre, and Drew McIntyre got pissed off, and then he went in backstage and tried to find CM Punk. He found the skybox, but CM Punk wasn't there. His signed autograph was there, but that's it. And then CM Punk's music hits again, and he goes into the ring, and he says he's not going to take this long for this promo. He says, I'm going to take the same way how long you held that World Heavyweight Championship for 5 minutes and something seconds. He told Pat McAfee time him, and he did his promo in that time. And he says whenever he's ready to fight, when he's heel, he's going to make Drew McIntyre's life a living hell. So that's going to end, ladies and gentlemen. And then to piss off Drew McIntyre more, he faces back to Drew McIntyre. Drew is mad. Both of these guys are injured. We're not going to see physicality with these guys right now. But the mind games. Even when they're injured, they could still do mind games. That's pretty cool that WWE is letting that happen. They're not sitting on the shelf. They're playing mind games. They don't have to punch. They don't have to do any moves. They just do mind games. So that's interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, first match of the evening, we got Gunther versus Xavier Woods. No Giovanni Vincini. The guy is injured because what Ludwig Kaiser did. But Gunther was attacking Xavier Woods, and Xavier Woods hurt his leg. He got caught in the ropes with his leg, and Gunther wouldn't leave that leg alone. He was chopping it. He was attacking it. He was doing submissions on it. When Gunther was doing a one-legged Boston Crab, Kofi Kingston was about to throw in the towel. But Xavier Woods says, don't do it. I got this. He's keep on yelling at him, and Kofi wants to throw it. But Kofi throws it at the barricade. And then here comes Gunther doing the STF. And Xavier Woods has to tap out. I believe they're both going to be in the King of the Ring. Will they face each other at the King of the Ring tournament? We will find out. Drew McIntyre is in the King of the Ring as well. We got Sami Zayn versus Bronson Reed for the Intercontinental Championship. The winner of that match was Sami Zayn by disqualification because of Chad Gable. Chad Gable beat him up because when Chad Gable was talking to The Miz and R-Truth, and when Chad Gable wasn't looking, Sami Zayn kicked him right in the head. So Chad Gable attacked Sami Zayn. He wants that Intercontinental Championship. Then we have Candice LeRae versus Maxine Dupree. And the winner of that match was Candice LeRae. This is her last Raw appearance because she got drafted to Friday Night SmackDown. When they say it's official on May 6th, it's just whoever switched, like Andrade, this is their last show on that brand until they go on their new brand. This is their last show. That's why we got Liv Morgan versus Nia Jax. Because this is Nia Jax's last night as a Raw superstar. And then after this, she's on SmackDown because there's no more Raw. So she will be on SmackDown. And that all starts next week Raw, when we get all our new guys on Raw, and everything is a fresh start. Well, Liv Morgan and Nia Jax had their match, right? Tiffany Stratton was in the crowd. I have no idea why. Because Nia Jax didn't attack Tiffany Stratton. She attacked Naomi and Bayley on SmackDown last week. But Tiffany Stratton was in the crowd, and then here comes Naomi in the crowd and start beating up Tiffany Stratton. So we had two brawls. Naomi and Tiffany Stratton outside the ring, and then Liv Morgan and Nia Jax in their match in the ring. And then Naomi took out Tiffany Stratton, and then she got taken out by Nia Jax. Nia Jax doesn't pay attention. Liv Morgan gets the win. Liv Morgan wants that Women's World Championship. Becky Lynch is looking for a new number contender. Would it be Liv Morgan? Because I missed a segment. Becky Lynch is looking for a new number contender. Will it be Liv Morgan? We will find out. Because she had a big win against Nia Jax. So Awesome Truth, R-Truth, made a great deal with Chad Gable giving Alpha Academy a shot at the World Tag Team Championships. He did not know it was the WWE draft. He thought it was the NFL draft. But wasn't that like last week? Because Tony Khan was there. And he was in his neck brace, if you guys didn't know that. So yeah, that's that. But we have Austin Tripp versus Alpha Academy, and Chad Gable wants them to win championships. They want them to win him championships. Didn't happen. Austin Tripp gets the win. And then we got our main event, Jey Uso, Ricochet, and Andrade versus Judgment Day. Pretty decent match. Freaking big giant red spot onto JD after he getting knocked out with the rings. But ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match was Jey Uso, Ricochet, and Andrade, because JD, when Damian Priest was going to do the super chokeslam thingy, Son of Heaven, but JD shoves Jey Uso off the turnbuckle while he was trying to do the chokeslam, and Damian says, "Why did you do that?" JD says, "I was trying to help." And then Jey Uso super kicked Damian Priest. Damian Priest punches up Finn Balor, and then JD got knocked out with a super kick, and Jey Uso was the one to beat and pin Damian Priest to get the win. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said, if there's going to be a social media draft picks for the rest of the people, like Natalya, Tegan Knox, Odyssey Jones, Katana Chance, and Kaden Carter, if there's another NXT call-ups, just like Baron Corbin, that was on social media, I will tell you guys maybe tomorrow on my NXT video. I will tell you guys more about it. So that's the end of that. I will keep my list until the draft is actually over. I don't think we're going to have any. Free agents this year, because when they did on Friday, everybody on that pool got drafted. So I think we're going to get everybody drafted on this pool as well on Mondays. So yeah, I'm hoping that happens. I hope everybody gets drafted, and I'm hoping that everybody gets used now. Final Testament is on Raw. I think it's been a while Karen Cross has been on Raw. The last time it was on Raw, he was wearing a red helmet. That was like a Victoria's Secret helmet. So, yeah. I'm hoping the Karen Cross gets a better Raw moments now. AOP been on Raw, and they won the Raw Tag Team titles. But Paul Hellering wasn't been on Raw, and I don't think Scarlett was either. I think she was injured that time. I think so. And Karen Cross was wearing something stupid, and then he got released. So I'm hoping he has a better Raw experience this time. We're going to see DIY on SmackDown. Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate did not get drafted yet. How could that happen? How could that happen? They're a good team. I want to see them. So, like I said, if there's a social media one, maybe they're going to do it tonight, because that's when Raw Talk happens tonight. Maybe that's why they did the social media ones on Saturday for Fridays, because Talking Smack or SmackDown Lowdown is on Saturday. So let's see what happens. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Night 2 for the NXT Spring Break-In. Say goodbye to the NXT guys that got called up. Dragunov is not going to be on NXT. Kiana James, Laura Valkyra, and Blair Davenport. No tag teams. I wish there was a tag team got called up. I wish. But remember, the social media ones is not done yet. Baron Corbin got called up from NXT, so maybe a tag team could. Or they're just going to do the rest of the guys that did not get drafted on this pool, because there's like 12 guys that never got drafted yet, so, and women didn't get drafted yet, so yeah. I think they're going to do that first. And if they want to put some NXT, they could. That's all me today. Tyler's out. See you guys tomorrow. Or Wednesday. Wednesday morning. That's all me today. Tyler's out. Bye.